How you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MechWarrior Online Scout. Short announcement before we get into today's video. DA has finally gotten all their ducks in a row, and it looks like I will be leaving here very, very shortly. Obviously, for security reasons, I can't tell you guys exactly where or when I will be leaving, but I will try to get a few more videos up for you guys before I leave. Not really sure if I will have the infrastructure to do videos when I get where I'm going. I very, very highly doubt it. But keep an eye on the discussion tab. I'll try to keep you guys updated through that part. I think I should be able to access that at least. And if I don't get an opportunity to say it again before I leave, thank you guys so much for your support of the channel. It really means a lot, and it's been a lot of fun. And I look forward to doing some videos for you guys when I get back. So moving on to the topic of today's video, which mech do I recommend you guys start with in MechWarrior Online? A question you guys have asked me several times. I'm going to answer that question for you today. And I'm also going to show you the two mechs that you should use with it in order to master it in the event that you're trying to do that before February. Which mech should you start with in MechWarrior Online? My answer every time is this mech right here, the Hunchback 4 SP, which you can see done up in a Ganyosha paint scheme here. And I got a lot of gameplay to show you guys, so I'm not going to be able to go into as much depth on the build, but real quick, I'm going to hit the wave tops, show you what it is that drives my recommendation for each of these mechs, and then we're going to jump right into the gameplay. So if we take a look at the mech summary of the Hunchback 4 SP, right here guys, you can see why I recommend this mech to you beginners so strongly. Look at the structure bonuses, 32 points in the center torso, 24 in the left and right torso. You've practically got a whole other mech in your structure bonuses, which makes this thing, when you combine it with a very balanced build, an active torso twisting, this thing is an absolute pain in the butt to take down, and it carries some pretty respectable firepower. Taking a look at it in the mech lab, here again you'll see the build is very simple, very balanced, very symmetrical. You drop the single heat sinks for doubles, you add Indosteel, you upgrade the engine from a standard 200 to a 250, and that's pretty much it. It's real simple. After that, I like to run 3 tons of ammunition, which I store in my legs, 1.5 tons in each leg. But you do have about 1 ton that you can play with. You can pull a ton of ammo out, put a head laser in, you can put another heat sink in. I've played with all of those. This is what I've settled on. Toy with it, find the specific combination that works for you, but this right here is the basic recipe for success. You can see it's very balanced. It has a heat efficiency of 1.4, so it doesn't get that hot unless you're real hot and heavy in the brawl. It's just all around a really great build. Now in terms of modules, you'll note that you've got an extra module in pretty much all of the Hunchbacks. So what I recommend, obviously you go with radar deprivation, then you go to seismic so you know what's around you. And this mech, I like to deal damage. I like to do as much damage as I possibly can because, as you know, life can be hard for somewhat slower medium mechs, which is what this is. So I go with cooldown for my medium laser and my SRM6. Those are my 2 weapon modules. When you get this thing mastered, I would probably recommend that you go with SRM6 range, because SRMs have a hard limit on the range. They detonate at 270, so a little bit of range on that wouldn't hurt you. If you don't like that, you could also go with target info gathering so that you can more quickly tell where you need to punch mechs in order to take them down. But that's it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And yet for all that, I'm telling you, this thing is ton for ton one of the strongest 50-ton mechs, one of the strongest medium mechs in the game, at least for the inner sphere, if not bar none. So let's dive into the gameplay, and hopefully I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about.
Reactor
Escort and protect the
online.
VIP mech all the way to the
Sensors
evac zone.
online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright, looks like we're escorting on Grim Plexus. So Grim Plexus not really excited about. Kind of a more of a ranged map than I want, but you never know, escorting it might turn into a brawl, so this might be okay. History on the Hunchback. Hunchback, it's one of those things that it has a long. This guy's right in my way. It's like, what's he doing? You gonna go somewhere? Got hung up on him. The Hunchback is one of those mechs that's got a it's got a long and distinguished history, but there's not a lot of specificity to it. The mech was first designed and put into production in 2572, so way back, back in the while the Star League was still existent, is what I'm trying to say. So it spread all throughout the inner sphere, obviously, before the Star League fell apart. Having said that, it is especially prevalent among the armed forces of Houses Lau, Kurita, and Merrick, which, of course, that's another reason why I like it, because it's historically a Kurita mech, among other houses, of course. It is seen in Davian and Steiner space as well. It's just more prevalent in the three houses I mentioned. As a matter of fact, Isoroku Kurita himself actually piloted a Hunchback way back in the day. So yeah, some pretty notable Hunchback pilots in history. There are lots of variants. There are almost as many variants of Hunchbacks as there are, I don't know, flavors of popsicle or something ridiculous. But it's because as much as pilots and commanders liked the AC-20, just you got to remember in classic BattleTech, having an AC-20 on a 50-ton mech, especially in 3025, was tremendous. Tremendous knockdown power. It was outright frightening. But as much as they loved that, it didn't have a lot of ammunition, and it didn't really have the heat sinks to use it repeatedly. It would start getting real hot if you started using the AC-20 medium lasers and moving. As we sit here and figure out which way this team's attacking, there's a Raven coming up here. Oh, that was stupid. I don't know why I hit the missile button. I guess he's just gonna sit here.
Target destroyed.
Did you guys see that? He was actually killed by a defense turret. Yeah. I'm not sure what that guy is doing. We'll mark the Shadow Cat and back off. I don't want to run out there yet. It's too soon for that. I don't want to stand here and get picked apart by, I don't know, yard larges or whatever he's got. He might have, but anyway, yeah. Lots of variants designed by all different kinds of people to try to make the mech, I don't know, I guess you might say a little less spiky. Real dangerous when the AC-20 works and when it has ammo, and not so dangerous when it doesn't. You know, they replaced it with SRMs, as you see here, a bunch of medium lasers, LRMs even, downgraded to an AC-10, all kinds. Interestingly, there's actually a separate designation for mechs, that Hunchbacks rather, that have the AC-20 removed. They're called swaybacks, because it completely changes the profile of the mech. Interestingly, you don't often actually see that in MechWarrior Online. They gave the 4P, of course, still has a hunch on it. It's made up of 6 medium lasers stacked on top of each other, which I thought was pretty cool. And the 10, of course, it's still got that big thing. So really the only swaybacks you have here in MWO are this thing, the 4SP, and probably the 4J. Where's this guy going? Okay. Well, I guess if you're just going to keep walking, I'll pull in behind you. I was kind of torn on where to go. We got people on both sides of this hill, but I mean, I can't turn up the back of a Hellbringer. Can't turn that down, rather. This guy, I don't know what, he's just not going to turn around, I guess.
Target destroyed.
Thank you. It's an easy kill, I suppose. He was running to the fight. I don't know, maybe he was trying to support his friends and thought he could get there, but not with a 4SP following you, dude. You'll note the spread too of the SRM-6s. I was engaging that guy pretty far away with SRMs at the start, and they're still nice and tight, so I really don't think Artemis is a requirement here. We're going to go down and get a piece of this guy. I think, yeah, he's still looking at that guy. I just crossed in front of him. And that's another good kill there. That's 2 heavy mechs down. No, we need to focus up here on the Kodiak. Don't look at me. Ow. Don't look at me. Okay, good. He's going after that guy. Forward. No, look out, Shadowcat. Alright, we're just going to wail on this. Uh-oh. And he goes down. Thought I was about to be the focus of attention. Let's see if we can get this cicada. Please run in a straight line. Yes! Take that. Lead him, lead him, lead him. Gotta lead him for the SRMs. Pow! I'm telling you, the 2 SRM-6s, it doesn't seem like much, but they actually make for a pretty decent knockout punch. When you consider it, that's 12 missiles at 2 points of damage apiece. It's 24 points of damage. It's actually more than an AC-20. And if you get at close range like that, you can get most, not all, but most of it into the same location. So it's more potent than a lot of people give it credit for, which is a nice thing about this mech, is you'll frequently be underestimated. And as you can see with the 250 engine And with this thing being mastered, we've actually got pretty decent speed on top of everything else we got going for us in this
New
mech.
target acquired.
I just love this thing, man. It's such a joy to play. It's been so long since I pulled this thing out, I've forgotten how much fun it is to play. Let's go over here and get a piece of this rifleman. Hello. Come on, give me the kill. No, we got a component. No,
25%.
didn't get a kill. I was trying to pick up a fourth
New
kill there.
target acquired.
He didn't have an XL. We got a side torso, I think is what we got. But oh, hello, Arctic Cheetah. I despise you. Take that. It's a good shot there. Try to lead him. Yep. If you keep running straight, you're gonna keep getting drilled right in the leg. Oh. Yes. Took out both his legs, I think, there with that SRM volley. Oh shit, we're out of SRM ammo. Oh man, come on, maybe we can get the kill on this guy anyway. There goes the side. Come on. Give me the back. No, he turned. Shit. Well, he turned to the left, so unfortunately we did not get that kill, but 4 kills is probably pretty respectable in a 50-ton mech. Let's see what the score is. I got a feeling it's going to be pretty good because I ran out of ammo. Yeah, there you go. 769 points of damage, 4 kills and 4 assists. Pretty awesome game in the Hunchback 4 SP. Just goes to show what happens when people ignore you. You frequently get ignored because it's not a big mech, it's not a flashy mech, and people forget how difficult they can be to take down, as well as the damage potential in this mech. If you're left to your own devices, as you can see, you can rack up a stupendous amount of damage in this thing, and I don't know what more is there to say. I love this mech. It really has it all. So there you go, guys. Pretty brutal, am I right? And that is why I recommend this mech so strongly. Not only is it forgiving for you beginners, but once you really get the hang of it, this thing can be extremely deadly in capable hands. But you're not going to be able to master it until at least February without 2 other Hunchbacks. So which do I recommend? Well, from here, I recommend you go to the Hunchback 4H. So why do I recommend the Hunchback 4H? With the 4SP, you've already got a brawling Hunchback. And with the 4G, I really don't think you need another brawling. What I think you need to do now is you need to learn how to engage at medium range, how to keep the fight at medium range, how to poke, and how to use ballistics. All things you can do here on the 4H. And to be quite honest, if you really want to run a Hunchback with an AC-20, you can replicate that build on the 4H and have some more energy hardpoints to play with as well. So taking a look at the quirk summary real quick, you can see here nothing too special going on, although you do get some nice bonuses for ballistics in general and AC-10 in particular, and you do get some nice energy quirks as well. What you won't see is the structure bonuses for the 4SP. You won't see structure bonuses like that on any mech, which is why I recommend it so highly as your first mech. But take note that you do get some AC-10 specific quirks here, which is why I recommend you stick with an AC-10 for your loadout. Let's take a look at that in the mech lab. So here's the loadout, guys. You'll notice that I'm using every single available ton in this mech, as well as every single spot. We got an AC-10, 5 medium lasers. We maintained our 6 external heat sinks. We've got doubles and endo steel. We did have to go with the standard 200 though in order to have the weight to carry all this firepower. We've got 3 tons of ammunition for our AC-10, which is a decent amount, which we store down in our legs, and all told this gives us a heat management efficiency of 1.26. Now the other thing this thing is going to teach you, note where most of your weapons are in your right torso, not only your AC-10 but 2 medium lasers and the medium laser in the arm connected to it. So the other reason I like to recommend this mech is it's going to start teaching you how to shield. If you don't shield, if you allow them to take out your right torso, you're going to be crippled. So make sure you're actively torso twisting in this mech. Taking a look at the modules, you'll see here again it's the same story, so I recommend you go with radar deprivation and then advanced seismic for your weapon modules. 2 of them you get right off the bat. AC-10 range, AC-10 cooldown. After that, for the 5th module, I would recommend medium laser range. You don't really need much else in terms of mech modules, but because I designed this thing to stay out at medium range, any little bit of range you can get helps, so medium laser range just fits.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Domination Polar Highlands. This would be fun. We should be able to peek pretty effectively in this mech. And I tell you what, when you pull your FOV back a little bit, like I talked about in the last video, you notice some interesting characteristics of mechs as well. Like, you'll note the hunch on the right side of the Hunchback actually blocks a lot of your peripheral view, which makes it difficult if targets are off to your right or trying to circle around to your right. It's kind of interesting how you notice little things like that about mechs. I also noticed the Shadowhawk, for example. Like, look at that huge blind spot off to the right. The Shadowhawk, if you look at it in the mech lab, it's got I don't know, like little armor, pieces of armor that kind of extend out past the cockpit on the left and the right, if you will. It looks very cool, but if you pull your FOV out so that you can get some peripheral vision, that totally blocks it. And so now every time I'm in my Shadowhawks, I feel like I'm like looking through a cardboard tube. Like I feel like I can't see anything, and I like brawling with them a lot less suddenly. And you know, just kind of interesting. I notice little things like that. This tremendous blind spot I got over here to the right. We're gonna go up here, get in the domination point, and gonna try to poke. That's what this thing is good for. At medium range, just sticking that AC-10 up over a hill and getting 1 or 2 shots in. Don't want to do more than that. Don't want to attract attention. Want to be careful where you poke. Obviously, you don't want to poke into 3 or 4 mechs. But if you can do it, learn how to get just that AC-10 up, fire a shot and back down, you can rack up a lot of really essentially free damage. Let's see what's going on over here. Kind of initial stages here, setting up, see if anybody's going to poke their head up here. Got some AMS, which is nice. There's a whole bunch of missiles just got shot down right there. We're just going to be patient and let this develop for a minute. Let the lights do their work. Poking up, spotting, deploying UAVs. What I don't want to do is come up and poke right into the face of, say, I don't know, 2 Kodiaks or something stupid. Which seems to happen to me quite often. Look at all that AMS going off. That's nice. That's about the only thing this build lacks is AMS, but it's just, there's nothing left. This thing's completely full. Every ton used, every crit slot used, so. Not a lot going on. Doesn't look like they're doing much on their side either right now. I wish that Marauder would get down. Looks like he's getting hammered for little to no reason. Look at all the missiles and AMS. Good on these guys for bringing AMS. I would have if I could. Some missiles going out there from our catapult. Is this guy gonna crest? Hi. He did not like that. What about you? You want some too? No? Alright. Probably for the best. I wish he'd come back up again. I'd pop him right in the head again. Looks like they're thinking about it. Not seeing any UAVs up on the radar. Haven't seen any go up here. I feel like they want to push here, but every time they get close, that catapult punishes them.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Wonder if we can start poking aside. It'd be nice to kind of start looping around these guys. They seem like they're pretty static, but then again, so are we. Ouch, what was that? I'm kind of wondering how they're getting line of sight. Like, they gotta have a light out here or something. But maybe that guy out there is spotting. Or that guy there. Ouch, I just got shot in the back. I think that was friendly though. See if we can poke right here. Missed. Somebody pushing around that ridge right there. There we we go. A little bit longer than I want to be shooting. We'll take a couple of shots. Mark them for some LRMs. There we go. Pull out and spot for those LRMs till they hit, and then we'll back down. Not doing great so far. Mostly outside of the range we want to be poking at. Get a little bit of a burn on this guy. Ah! Oh, hello. You lost your leg.
Target destroyed.
We'll take that. That should shut down some of their LRM spam. There we go, able to arc that one up into that crab. Oh, hello. This guy's trying to poke. Trying to get out of the way of these assaults as well. There's too many people trying to poke that one spot.
Target spotted.
Catapult's putting some LRMs into him. This is like a battle of attrition. I feel like we're just slowly grinding. Yeah, pretty even. Each team, I think, is just slowly grinding their way. Pretty soon somebody's going to get the impetus to make a push, and then this is all going to kick off. So I want to try to save my armor, my ammunition for when that happens. Hello. There we go. A couple of good hits on this guy, making them. There we go. That's what we want. This is the range we want to be at here. Oh, is he gonna come? Is he gonna come? Nah, there you go. He thought he's backing off, but man, he's gonna get wailed on. Peeked way too far.
Target spotted.
Just sit here and keep using this ridge. Remember we were talking earlier, it feels like they want to push over there, but I don't know. That stalker should have went. Why can I not hit him? There we go. I think that stalker should have committed. I think he wanted to commit, but nobody came up with him, so he ended up coming up forward and taking a pound. Excuse me, taking a pounding for no reason.
Acquired.
Got somebody back there. Ooh, there's that stalker. Hi. That ridge is like just right for blocking my shots. We're gonna peek over here and just pound on this stalker. Ah, just over him. We got some more targets here. Don't want to get too aggressive. Yeah, see that guy. We've been exposed to everyone to our left as well as that stalker. Just keep working right here. Now we might tuck into this low ground right in front of us and get. Oh, hi. And see if we can get some shots over. Yep, like this. Now we're way too high. We need to back up. But I want to get my arm lasers in here as well. I want to try to finish the stalker. I'm not going to chase him. Hello. Use our coolant flush, getting a little bit hot. Try to get around this guy. Put shots right into kind of his groin area there. That should count as center torso rear. Oh, he's turning on us. There we go. Get shots in here. Ow, what the hell? Get off. Shit, I'm out of ammo. See if I can finish this guy with lasers. Go after this guy next. Now we're just gonna take hits for the team. I couldn't get the lasers unmasked. I'm gonna go back up straight after this guy. I don't have any ammunition left, so I may as well take hits for the team and do as much damage as I can with my lasers. Very nice. Okay, that's it. I thought there was one left. Well, that's one of the few times I've run out of ammunition, so I got a feeling that was a pretty good game. We got 4 kills, obviously. Let's see what else we got.
We almost have it. Hold on for
Yeah, 758 points of damage, 4 kills and 7 assists. That's a pretty damn good game, if I do say so myself. And again, I think it's down to a lot of people underestimate a Hunchback with just an AC-10. They think that you're not a very big threat. And so if you just kind of sit on the margins and wail away with that AC-10, you're going to come away with a pretty big score like this. And again, I just think this is really simple, really solid, really easy to use mech that a lot of people underestimate. So there you go, guys. What do you think? Pretty effective for something just a plain old AC-10 platform, am I right? So where do we go from here? We've learned brawling in the 4SP. We learned shielding and poking and medium range and using terrain in the 4H. Well, for the last thing, I recommend you start getting used to laser vomit, and for that there's no better Hunchback than the Hunchback 4P. So here's my Hunchback 4P all done up in its Korea paint scheme, and as you can tell, it's just a boatload of lasers. This is the mech that you're going to learn laser vomit on, and it's a really, again, a really simple, really straightforward build. So if we take a look at its quirks right quick to see what we've got going on. Again, we've got some acceleration and deceleration rate bonuses. We've got some armor and structure to help us with that right torso, some turn rate bonuses to help us in the knife fight, and then a whole bunch of energy perks and some medium laser specific perks. That medium laser duration of minus 10% is really going to help you because it's going to cut down on the amount of time you have to be exposed to get the full burn on your medium lasers. It's also going to help you put all that medium laser damage in the same spot. 9 energy hard points, 1 AMS. Not real hard to figure out what we're going to do with this thing. Let's take a look at it in the mech lab. And here, once again, you'll notice that we're using every single ton and every single crit space. We've again gone to double heat sinks, added endoseal. With the weight that we saved, we went up to a standard 270, which gives us a top speed. I want to say unquirked, it's 81 kph, quirk 87.4 kph, so pretty respectable speed for a 50-ton mech. As far as weapons, it's simple. All medium lasers, 6 in the right torso, 1 in each arm, and 1 in the head. And that's why we started with the 4H, learning how to shield, and then we're going to continue here because, as you can see, once again, if you lose that right torso, you've lost the majority of your firepower. Now you'll notice a warning triangle up at the top above the right torso. If you mouse up and click about that, you're going to see firing more than 6 medium lasers simultaneously will result in a heat spike. That's ghost heat when you hear people talking about it. What that means is, in this mech, like we talked about, you're really going to learn laser bombing. You're going to have to learn to manage your heat. So you're going to need some weapons groups, maybe 4 medium lasers in the torso on one, the other 2 and the head laser on another, and the arms on another. However you want to do it, it's up to you, but you're going to have to learn to manage your heat. That's what you're going to really be learning in this mech. And taking a look at the modules, again, it's the same story. We get that bonus mech module, so it's not hard to figure out what to do here. Radar deprivation, advanced seismic, so you know what's around you, medium laser range, medium laser cooldown, and then for that last module, I would probably get target info gathering. So that's it, guys. Again, very straightforward build, very easy to use, no more than 3 or 4 weapons groups, very user friendly. Let's take this thing out and see what we can do with it.
Fleet command coming in.
Reactor
Capture the target
online.
area and engage any hostiles.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Oh, this should be fun. Tourmaline Desert in, what is it? I think it's Beef called this thing. He was the first one. He called it the party back. Strobing lasers and shit. Oh, this ought to be interesting. This thing I just purchased fairly recently. This is like, I want to say my 6th game in it. I don't even have all the basics unlocked yet. But I didn't want to put the gridiron in my Hunchback review because not everybody might have one and not everybody might want to pay money for it. And behind the SP and the H, this is, I think, one of the more viable variants. So went ahead and picked it up, but that's why it's not mastered yet. Got a little bit of a burn on him. So I guess we're going to see how well the 4P performs. Not even completely basic on a hot map. Or a relatively hot map. I mean, it ain't terra firma. I gotta get out of here. Here comes those missiles. Whoo! Did you see that shit? That was like the Matrix. I don't know how I got away from that. I probably deserved to get hit. Got all tangled up on those crystals, but back down and broke lock, I think, and we just moved just enough out of the way. That's a hard UAV. Press Q when you see a UAV. I know. Many of you have shot down friendly UAVs. I have too. Just look up and press Q. If you don't see the little blue symbol, it's not your UAV. I wish they would go back to the way it was where, see, that is not a friendly UAV. For friendly UAVs were already marked, so you'd know the difference. And that, that's a star.
New target
Oh,
acquired.
here we go. That's what we've been waiting on. Just being patient, waiting on somebody to get too far forward. Hopefully these ultraviolet supports us here. We're just gonna peek the hunch over. Hello. can't depress the torso anymore. I was trying to get it down lower, but it won't go any lower, and it threw my arms off a little bit. No, I don't want to go down in there. Not unless that ultraviolet pushes him. It doesn't look like he's gonna. Let's see if we can go around. Maybe we can go over here where this other guy is in the distance, and then come around on those guys' flank maybe. But we can peek right here too, actually, not with the arms. Well, if he's gonna stay here, then yeah, I'll peek right here. This is fine. We might need to back out in a second to cool down. Ow. Let's go with our original plan. Let's see if we can get over here. Why are these guys backing off? Is there something here I don't see? Let's go forward, guys. Oh, maybe that's it. He's pretty beat up. I think we can take him. Take that. Yeah, come on. About time. Can't get the torso low enough. Ah! Having Jaguar blocked me. Ouch. Yeah, I don't want to go into that. You go. Oh shit, you go. Oh shit, he is going. That's good. Let's follow him up then. No, don't back up. Go. Go forward. There's 3 of us. He's not going to stand there and take it from all of us. We just got to make it to this corner here. And then, I mean, we'll get a little bit of burn. We won't be quite in max effective, but he's not going to like it. Especially not in the back. Come on, turn to the, yeah, here you go. Turn to the left a little more. Uh-oh. I annoyed him. And we're already hot, so we're going to back off here. Just cool off for a second.
Warning, incoming missile.
Ow! Where'd that come from? There's someone. Oh, it's that Cauldron Born again. Go. Push. I'll go with you. Push, 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 push. No. Why would he? He's gonna wait till I go out here and push, and then he's gonna follow me.
Acquired.
That's fine. Head laser coming into use there. Straighten this out. Stop shooting me in the back.
Target acquired.
And let's see. I think we can work this little IV line right here.
New target acquired.
Yep, that's nice.
Target destroyed.
Arms still too low. Follow
New
this
target
fight in.
acquired.
I'm gonna push all these guys, you know what?
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
You are next. Ow, missiles.
Missile.
Cool and flush. I want this guy. Go away, Cicada. I'm not interested in you.
Torso
Ow, I overheated it, damn it.
incoming missile.
I was doing pretty good until then. Let's see if I can get this enforcer before I lose my hunch. Come on.
Incoming missile.
There.
Center torso.
That's it. I win the game. Stop, get off.
Heat
Take
level
that.
critical. Right arm.
Oh, I should twist damage better. Shit. I thought maybe I could kill him. I bet you I just lost. Yep.
Right arm.
There went my hunch. That's okay. I still got a couple of lasers. Take that.
Heat sink destroyed.
And damn, there can't be many of them left. Been a long game again. Let's see if we can get it. Nope, they just peeled his legs off. Okay, he was the last guy.
Achievements on the surface.
I feel like that wasn't too bad, considering this thing isn't even done with the basics, let alone elite it. Let's see what the scoreboard says.
We almost have it. Hold on for just
Yeah, 706 points of damage. Didn't get as many kills as in the other two, but I mean, it's a hot map, and we're in a 4P, so 706 points of damage, 2 kills, and 6 assists, I think is still pretty damn respectable. All in all, it's not a bad Mac. It's not quite as user-friendly, which is why I saved it for last in my list of recommendations, because the heat gets up there, but definitely pretty lethal and easy to use. So there you go, guys. Not too shabby, huh? And I gotta admit, I am not the best Hunchback 4P pilot in the world. This is a recent acquisition for me. Matter of fact, I picked it up just for this video because I felt it was a mech that you guys should probably run if you don't feel like buying the gridiron. And to be honest with you, I get carried away with it. I like to run forward and blast people in the face, but you can do much better if you're a little more patient. So there you go, guys. Those are the mechs that I recommend you start with in MechWar Online, and that is why. Hopefully I've clearly showed you why, ton for ton, if you're looking to start with an initiator mech, the Hunchback 4SP is one of the strongest choices currently in the game. And then if you want to go ahead and master it before the February patch comes out, I really recommend you go to the 4H and the 4P, because if you take the three mechs together, they're going to teach you a lot about how to pilot not only Hunchbacks, but different mechs and different types and different styles of play. Additionally, all three of the builds that I showed you are very simple to play. They're very efficient. None of them have more than 3 firing groups. None of them are hard to use, and they're just really easy to use for beginners, and especially the 4SP is very forgiving mech because of all its structure quirks. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the section below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And that will wrap this up. So stay tuned. I'll try to get a few more videos out to you guys before I deploy. And if I don't get a chance, thank you guys so much for all the support here on the channel. I do hope I get to see you again soon. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.